Hello! Welcome in, everyone! This is an exciting stream. Today, I will be joined by the illustrious, the influencer, the fantastic, the knowledgeable Yabaiken. And we're gonna do YABASICS Part 3. So for people that don't know, me and Yabaiken, I've been doing a little series called the Jamie YABASICS, where Yabaiken comes in and tells me that I shouldn't EX bomb. And we learn about neutral, we learn about Jamie tech, we learn about just like general fighting game stuff, and it's a lot of fun.
Welcome in, everyone. We're going to have a decent lesson today. We're going to be dealing with first, as per usual, a little bit of a quiz at the beginning, quiz on some prior covered topics. Then we'll go over a couple core situations, which I'll spoil. It's about plus frames and how we feel about those. Then after that, we're going to be trying something new where I direct you to do stuff in the lab on your own. It's going to be interesting. And then at the end, we'll look at some Oki stuff. But before that, there's some bullying. Anyways, we'll get to it when we get to it. You entered the room. Nice.
That goes without saying. I'm ready.
Yes,
I'm excited. I see that you chose Luke Ugly. So we'll have to see.
Yes, I am in fact Luke Ugly, although I do not have the Luke Ugly skin. Alright, so first of all, just a quick question. After your light strings, 2LK or 2LP or whatever it is, what strength of rekka would you use?
Light rekka, I knew that one.
How about after 2MP? Which strength of rekka would you use?
You could do both, right? I think medium punch rekka is safer. I'm not super
Well, let's look
confident
at your frame data meter. Try it with a medium punch, 2MP into medium punch. You see that little gap there, right before your right frames? That means that there's a gap, which means that if you try it again, I didn't get my DP out. Oh, I suck. But yes, basically, the idea is that it's not gapless, which is not necessarily a death sentence, but in general, like that's a risk that you don't need to take if you go for a light rekka there. Again, the threat of me doing this to you in between is something that is worth considering. So after 2MP, then doing a light rekka is the good thing to do. How about after 2MK?
I tend to go for light as well. I don't know if that's a good thing.
It is correct.
Yes.
I will give that to you right there. Instead of letting you hang and making you second guess yourself. I will. Yes. That 2MK is followed by light rekka as well, because if you try medium rekka, you will again see that there's a gap there.
Yes, this thing.
Which we generally don't like. Sometimes we do like there to be gaps in our strings. But if we're going for a safe poke, then we want it to be safe. That's that's sort of the goal there. So the next button that I want to ask you about is what about standing medium kick, 5MK? Which button do you press after that? Which rekka strength do you press after that?
Medium.
Yes, correct.
Nice.
She's got it, chat. She's got it. Okay, this last one. This one should be easy, right? What about a standing heavy kick? Which rekka strength?
I think medium rekka, because otherwise it doesn't connect, right?
You are so correct. Yes. True.
Let's go! Sorry, that was a mash.
That's the first half of the quiz. Completely correct. Yes. Now it gets a little bit harder because this was something from the first lesson. If you were to space yourself to do a light string into a safe rekka, where would you put yourself in relation to me? Like, how close would you want to be?
To do a light string?
Yes, into safe rekka and be safe afterwards. Now, after you're done with your rekkas, I will be pressing this button, which is the great check of all time.
I think if you're doing a light string, you need to be very close, because otherwise it will whiff. Very close range would be like my answer.
So like
either
point blank,
here
basically.
Or like here. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'll take this one as correct. Yes, absolutely. We can move on to crouching medium punch. How do you space yourself for a crouching medium punch correctly?
Yeah, so you can be a bit further. So maybe like 1 person distance. Yeah, so you need to be like at the exact end of the reach.
About max range, yeah. Which there's an easy way to space that actually. If you just backdash and then walk a little bit forward. It's good, yes. It is a better alternative when you're closer than your 2MK, which is, funnily enough, the next button we're going to talk about. So for your crouching medium kick, how would you space yourself for that? To do a safe rec afterwards.
Yeah, I've been using this button a lot, and I've noticed that when I play rank, sometimes I whiff the rekka because I'm too far. So I think that if you're using light rekkas, so I think that if your max range of the medium kick, your rekka doesn't connect.
Correct. Yes.
So you need to be like a bit closer than max range.
So if we're point blank and you then backdash and then just stand right there, you're now like in the center of like what the correct range is. If you move a little bit forward or a little bit back, you'll be fine both ways. A little bit too close.
Yes.
A little bit too far.
That's good. Okay, there we go. There we go. That was
There you
good.
go.
That was good.
It's completely safe, yeah. And of course, if people are trying to like check you afterwards, then you can then kick them afterwards with another button. Absolutely. 5HK is your greediest "I want to murder you now" button for that situation, or another
And I
2MK
love
if you
it.
just want to click. If you just want to check people like checking you, and that's like a way that you can like just win a lot in at least lower ratings. Even in Masters, I will fall for that sometimes, and I know that it's a trap, a trick, one of those two words. Okay, the next button is 5MK. We're just going through the same order as before. So standing medium kick. How would you space yourself to be safe after a rekka afterwards?
Yeah, my guess would have been full range from.
So generally, much like with 2MK, you can space yourself with a backdash and then walk a little bit back.
Okay.
There you go. That's the max range. And of course,
I
if you
did
only
too.
do one,
Yeah.
then you should be completely safe. Like there's
Okay.
so much space there. And like this is the best button for checking you after your rekkas in the game, which is why I'm on Duke. It's got such good range, and it's exactly 6 frames, which is the slowest button that can still poke you after that. And you're completely out of the range of it. It's not even close to you in that situation, which is very nice. Now, lastly, 5HK, which is a little bit harder to space with backdashes and stuff. It's a little bit more
Yes.
eyeball based.
It's a bit further than one by backdash. Yes.
Yes, correct.
Okay, that was good.
Yeah, it was. And I think you can even be a little bit further away than that. But yeah, 5HK is like, it's got such a weird window in that like, it feels like it's both got like 2 short range, like there where you'll whiff, even though it feels like it's gonna hit. But whenever you hit, it feels like it's a full screen button. It's so long. I don't play the character, so I don't quite have it internalized to the range either. But like in general, whenever you can like be at roughly this range, like afterwards, you're completely safe, obviously. Even a little bit
Yeah.
closer. No, not that much closer because this button is enormous. But yes.
It's scary.
You've made it through the gauntlet of the test in the beginning here, and
Yay!
you've done quite well, I think.
Not too bad,
Like
not too
as
bad.
good as expected, or if not better. And with this, you can play clip 1 just to go over this. So yeah, that's the light string first.
If I did that in plat, I would like explode people.
Absolutely, yeah. I know this, and I still get like tricked by it in Masters.
Oh, and then you can just do it again. That's so cheeky. I love it.
Yep. Well, cool. That is the first portion of the lesson. Good job on getting through it. So let's talk about unblock situations. Let's talk about some frame data. And for this, I need to change characters again. So we'll talk a little bit about the target combo, because I know that you've been training it. So first off, a real quick question. This is not part of the quiz. I'm just asking you. On block, what's the target combo like? Is it good, or is it okay? Is it safe? Is it unsafe?
Ooh, I know that on block,
Yeah,
my
sure.
instinct is that you need to not fully do it. You need
And
to
only do
stop
the first
somewhere.
2 hits? Yeah. If you block, please. So I'll do all 3 hits first. It's -10 for me, which means that you can get this button off. Marisa can get her medium punch target combo off on you. Don't want to be in that situation. Now, obviously, in that situation, if you block again, please.
Yes.
I can threaten you by doing a light rekka afterwards, and that's it. That hits on frame 3. So if you try to like grab or jab or anything, then hey, I catch you. But however, am I at a safe range from you at that range?
No.
Do you think that you? Yeah, no. Like people like Luke. If I was Luke and I had that button again, even like I think Jamie's version of this will just catch you because you're not safe at that range at all.
Yeah.
So it's a frame trap. You're making the opponent guess on whether or not you're gonna let yourself just be -10 or -6. It's not. It's not a great gamble on your part. So let's try only doing it halfway. If you block again.
Yes.
-8. Which is, again, this button clears that, this button clears that, this button clears that. Like, you are not safe in that situation at all, even if you only do the first 2 hits. The turret combo is really good on hit, but on block, it really sucks. It's really bad. It's the TLDR. Instead of that, we will be looking at 5 HP, Dry Rush 5 HP.
Yes, we love it.
Absolutely. What a good one. Off the top of your head, before we look at it, do you remember how plus or minus it is on block?
With the drive rush, I think it's +2. I know it's plus.
Close. +1.
Okay.
It is plus, yes. Which leads us to this situation, where we're not in throw range, so that's always something. But we are in jab range,
Yeah.
and if you are the one to make the other person block, then you're always at an advantage for jabbing them. And of course, in that situation, then you can go for a jab string. And I am safe at this range. You always can like go for like just like a safe little string, and of course, if you see that you're hitting, then you can follow it into a drink, which is cool. And if you're on block, then you're safe. You took your turn, you make your opponent like guess, and if they fail guessing, then you get good stuff out of it. And if you don't get it right, then you're completely safe. What a cheap character.
We love it.
So if you pull up clip 2.
Yeah, that's the horror.
No matter what you do in that situation, unless you're level 3 there, you are getting hit by that DP. It's not good. You don't want to be in that situation.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the good stuff. And it throws them so far into the corner as well, like it's so good. I like that a lot.
Absolutely, yeah. And of course, yeah, you can bait it out by not pressing anything, and that way if they DP or do anything else to go like, get off me, then you are like safe.
Yeah.
Again, you can't throw if you just stand still, but if you walk a little bit forward, you can in fact throw them. If they backwalk, that's really annoying, but you have a way to fix that.
Heavy kick?
I mean, that would make them block if they backwalk.
Yeah, true.
But however, 2MK, it's a low, so they can't backwalk it.
Okay,
And
I like it.
Now, of course, if they mash, you will lose to them. But this is like, if they mash, then they're expecting that you're jabbing them every single time. And you're getting your drinks, you're getting your knockdowns, you're getting whatever you want in that situation. So in general, you don't really you don't expect them to start jabbing unless they jab every time.
Yeah.
So always jab as like your level 1, and then if they start showing you that they're backwalking, you can go for their toes instead. This is RPS, and it's favoring you. If they just crouch block forever, you can walk up and grab them. If they try to fight you, then you have an advantage, and you will win that. And if they DP because they're, again, screaming, get off, like my little Yabaiken scream is doing at the moment, then you can you can just block and just kill them. It's all good.
That's where like the mental of like knowing your opponent comes into, which makes the games really fun.
And of course, again, you have the safe layer 1 of always just like jabbing right there. Going for the safest, simplest version is like usually the best thing until you can then start doing mind games. But yeah, Jamie's little jab after 5 HP is the good one. That was pretty much everything I wanted to talk about the two different like situations of being minus versus being plus, right?
Yeah.
Being minus is not necessarily always bad. Let me think. What's the button that's minus? If you block real quick.
Yes.
I'll just press this there. Okay, so I'm -3, right? Being -3 can be quite good if you're playing the mind games, because you have a threat of people like mashing on you. So if you do something that people know is minus, like even if you were to do like a rekka or something that people know is minus, and you know for certain that they're gonna press afterwards, you have threats. You could even go for like a super or something, but that's like very risky. We're getting into the same like neighborhood as like doing the target combo into like a light rekka. It's quite risky because if the opponent doesn't take the bait, then you now DP'd right in their face and they're free to do a full punish on you. In general, and if you can get to situations where you're plus, such as after a DR 5 HP, this is the situation you want to be in over and over again. And it's very easy to get because this button is so fast and so advancing and so good. What a good character. And of course, you also have stuff like EX Palm, which does leave you plus. That leaves you, again, +1, same situation. Although I think you're a little bit further out, you can still get the jab. I don't know if you can get jab into 5LK. Let's find out. Nope, you can't quite get it. So it's not quite the same situation. It's a little bit worse to do that, and also it costs more meter, and you are less safe against DI. In general, this is not a bad option for neutral. There are stuff, especially if you get people to like chase you and stuff, but it's almost worse in every single way than doing that at people.
Yeah, I also find that like when you fight people, they expect Jamies to EX bomb, and like most people have like figured out ways to deal with it. Well, when you throw this at them, like at least at the plat level, it like surprises people a bit more.
Let's practice this a little bit, and let's do that by you going to the lab. I will go off screen now and not be seen again.
This is very scary.
Nice. Oh no, why are you doing this? Scoundrel. Okay, I'm gonna be bullying you later, so that's okay. Now, this is sort of to like force you on stream, scariest situation of all, to be in, to go into the lab menu. I want you to set Luke to block.
Block, always block. Block all.
Nice. Okay, so far so good. Now, I want you to go to I forget what is it recording settings? No, it's not. It's reversal settings. And on block here, if you go to the block tab, and here I want you to set him to, if I'm not wrong, 2MP. I think it's crouching medium punch that we want him to do here. Now hit Y or medium punch on your controller. There you go. Now it's on. Cool. So now when he blocks, he will hit back at you, which is good. And change it to being a crouching light punch. And I want you to practice doing drive rush, 5 HP, and from there, then beating him with a jab and going into a little combo.
Crouching light punch into light kick
And then standing
into
light
rekka.
kick. Yes,
Okay.
correct.
It's
After
getting
the
there.
drive rush, of course.
Yes. Okay.
Hey, almost.
That was getting there. Okay, I'm doing the crouching now.
You'll get it. Oh, that was so
Oh,
close. That was so
close.
close. It just didn't cancel. I think it's a very good thing as well, because when you get comfortable doing that, it gives you a lot of time to see whether or not you hit or that you were blocked, and that makes it way easier in your rekka to know whether or not to follow it up or not. So again, for that Sen control Jamie gaming that we're aiming for, I think that it's a really good thing to have in your arsenal. Now, let's try something else in general, and whilst we're gonna stay in the lab here, we're gonna be in the lab for the rest of the lesson. Now let's set up a different option here. Let's have him just block, and then just grab him, and see how easy it is to grab him afterwards, whether it's hard or not.
Okay, let's do this.
Labbing anything on stream is very difficult. This is very true, Scope, yes. Nice, good little micro walk there. I think that was a pretty good timing and spacing as well.
Yeah, that's something
Yeah,
I do
you've got
more.
it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, that's layer 2. That's what comes right after you jabbing them. Now, let's do something sillier. I want you to set the dummy to back walk on block. How you do this is that you select a different slot than the crouching light punch. We like the crouching light punch. We'll probably get back to using it again. So if you select slot 2, under common actions it might be, and it is backward. But then afterwards, you hit your little light punch on that option, and then you say continuous frames, and you set that to be in like 25.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now you can go out of the menu, and you can make him block, and if you do, then he should be back walking.
Yes.
Now, what you can do is set him to either jab or back walk. Like, you can turn both options on in the menu. And that would sort of
I
like
see.
start doing like, oh, which one am I looking for here? Which is a good thing to practice between. Yes.
Yeah, if I put them both on, is it gonna do like a 50-50? It's like random.
It's gonna
every time.
random, yes.
Okay.
So yeah, this is just to again show you that you can do this, to set it up so that you have something to react to and something to get comfortable with.
I feel like the way
Yeah.
I see it is like, okay, I practice it like knowing what he's gonna do, and then once I'm comfortable with that, I practice it with like not knowing what he's gonna do, but it's still like the lab, and then like
Exactly.
you
yes.
try it IRL.
And then it becomes way more comfortable to do in a match. Absolutely.
Yeah.
One final thing here in the lab is that we will set the opponent's block to be random.
Or here.
Yes. It's mostly if you go back to mid-screen,
Yes.
then we can do the spacing thing again. And now we're practicing spacing and hit confirming, what this little exercise is for. Put yourself at a range where you think 2MK into light rekka is going to link. Now he's set to blocking on random. So here you can start seeing, first of all, your spacing, if you're going to be correctly like spaced for being safe, which you weren't there. Oh, well, that was 2 hits, never mind. That's fine.
Yeah.
Or like you can see like whether or not you should continue it or not. This is basically just like hit confirming, because you've gotten way better at not doing all 3 rekkas on block, but you still do it sometimes.
Yeah.
And here's how you learn to do it like pretty much not at all, like the wrong amount. And also being good at like seeing it happen and not going for like just one when you hit. And hey, it's a cool minigame to play. All right, cool. I'm going to give you a choose your own adventure quiz, okay? And I'm going to do so in our Discord DMs.
I'm so scared.
I'm going to give you a screenshot from your stream.
It's called the Fish Slideshow of Shame 1.png for the record.
This is correct, yes. So, you're getting sewn by Guile. You are full screen pretty much, and they were doing the big spinny that stays in place, and then throwing a projectile at you afterwards, and then doing it again and again and again. And you were struggling to get through. You tried a couple times. You've lost some health trying to get through it, as we can see up there. What is the correct way to get through this onslaught of projectiles, do you think?
Okay, I think what I should do is walk forward and then parry, forward parry slowly. And then when you're really close to them, try to bait them to do the big spin kick and then punish.
Hey, that was a really good suggestion. Yeah, absolutely. You can try to either jump over him to be safe on the other side. You can try to like jump in whenever he's throwing a projectile to get in on him, or you can very slowly approach and then either try to bait him into doing an overreaction or to block one of your buttons because you managed to walk so close. Those are all the correct options, and you pretty much covered like the broad idea of it for sure. However, if you will look at the next slide.
I have like a sneaky suspicion of what happened.
And there's another slide coming up afterwards as well, but you can bring them up on screen one after another.
Hold Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yep. There is a wall in front of me. I cannot go forward in a straight line because there's projectiles there. What do we do? EX palm. Absolutely. And the next
This is like
image,
the
if you
true,
please, fish.
Beautiful. Look at this. And that
So
was,
good.
I was already in Plat 2, then I can't even say that this is from a long time ago.
Yeah, no, this was like from, I think, 1 or 2 Street Fighter streams ago.
Yeah. Oh.
Fairly recent. So I've set myself in roughly the same situation of the full screen projectile.
Yeah.
And trying to jump in from that range is no bueno.
Yeah.
Coming
Oh,
closer.
yeah, you can cross it. Mm-hmm.
Suddenly you have a threat there. And of course, you don't have to jump over every single time. You can try to jump in as well, which is again risky. Because if you didn't throw anything there, then you get hit. But yeah.
Nice. Yes. That's when this happens, I love it. It makes me feel like
Yes.
so smart.
Absolutely, yeah. Trying to fight people that are like that are dead set on throwing projectiles, like even X-Palm there, because you have the timing down on what he's doing, and you guessed right. Of course, guessing wrong is not great there.
Yes, it's a more risky.
You have a game of RPS to play with him there, which is pretty much the name of the game for this entire lesson is rock, paper, scissors. And how to get yourself in good situations rather than bad situations to play rock, paper, scissors from. That concludes the fish bullying segment of this video. That's good. Now, we have 2 final videos, which are for Oki, for what to do sort of like when you get a knockdown, and both off of doing the punch rekkas and of doing a throw. For in the lab here, things you can practice that will help you keep the momentum when you finally get a knockdown, and you don't go for a drink rekka.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, so just like full on pressure with the drive rush. Yeah, I actually do that sometimes. I quite like doing the drive rush with like the overhead after. I feel like it catches like a fair amount of people because I like being aggro. Yeah, off of throw. Yeah, the throw loop, that's a vibe. That's a vibe. I do like me some throw loop. Oh, into medium king? Okay, we like. Okay, so we're getting a rekka. Oh, nice. Okay, so try to like baiting the DP pretty much. That's awesome.
I am going to take off.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Yabaiken. Once again, everybody, please go follow them on Twitch and YouTube. They're the best. We love Yabaiken. They're our favorite internet influencer. And
Stop.
Yeah.
I'll bully you harder next time for all this influencer slander. But yes, take care, fish, and take care, chat.
Yabaiken has left us.